put in. What's up?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, very sorry to be bringing this one starting a little late tonight. Couple of how do we say it? A couple of technical issues delaying the start of this one. So here we are, Oxford Plains. Welcome to a Wednesday night Racing for a Cause TV, bringing you Racing for a Cause late model action. Oxford Plains, 150 laps here at this little tricky track, and yeah, let's get into it here. We're going to try and catch up, figure out what's going on. I haven't actually been able to see any of the race so far, so it's going to be kind of interesting to catch up myself. And the only thing I can tell you right now, AJ Hamill up front, Hill, and Brian Rogers Jr. There's your top three. So we're going to figure it all out. We're going to get going. Just give me a few more moments. We'll get it all straightened out. Until then, we'll just, I don't know. Let me throw on just a quick song while I get everything sorted. Thanks. Alright, well, it is what it is tonight, I guess. We're going to be able to manually get around this thing. Don't know if the flags are actually working. Don't know anything other than where we're at right now on track. So, looks like we are on 38 laps, heading into lap 38. AJ Hamill, Andrew Hill, Brian Rogers Jr., top three. Behind them, Andy Lambert in the 70 car, Jason Fluffy Garrett in the 73, Ryan Nolan in the 87, in 6th place right now, Doug Wasaki in the 45, currently running in 7th, Justin McDuff in the 20 car, running 8th, Justin Napier in the 54 running 9th. Peyton Johnson with a nice top 10 run so far in the 85 car. Let's see. We've got Brian Beach running in the 18 car. That's the NOS car tonight. That's a little different paint job. It makes me wonder if my paints are actually working. Brian Beach running in 11th. Al Smith Jr. Actually, we just had a couple go up as AJ Hamill. What's going on with AJ Hamill? I don't know, folks. We're going to get through it. Hey, if everything's looking okay, sounding okay, if somebody in chat could just let me know. Looks like my different camera views are not working, so we definitely still have some issues tonight. We'll get through it. We've got cameras working again. Perfect. Some cars really beat up out there. You're looking at the 87 car. That's Ryan Nolan. The left door banged in. Front bumper banged in. All kinds of damage going on that car, but running 5th right now. This track definitely not about aerodynamics. It's a tiny track. A lot of fun to watch. I've actually been here in real life, so good on that. Jim, thanks very much. I appreciate the feedback. Really do appreciate that, Jim. I think it's all working right now. Again, I want to apologize to anybody watching. We did start this one in right around the lap 30-ish time frame. Some technical difficulties on my end, but we are back up and running, it looks like. We got AJ Hamill up front, the man who has been absolutely dominating this late model class for the last, I believe 4 weeks. 4-time winner in a row. Right behind him, though, Andrew Hill. Andrew, I know, has actually been to this track. He works for a pit crew that is up here in the Northeast. I know he's been to Oxford. He knows the way around this track. Andy Lambert has worked his way up to 3rd. Brian Rogers currently sitting in 4th position. That's the 12 car. Ryan Nolan still sitting in 5th. There's your top 5. AJ Hamill last week actually mentioned to me that he kind of likes this view from the grandstand. He says it's kind of like watching it in real life. And I agree. Although we're jumping from grandstand to grandstand. I don't know how we're doing it, but the trick of cameras, I guess. But right now we got AJ Hamel. He's kind of bottled up behind the 44 car. 44 car, Chris Mefford, running in 12th right now. Chris gets a little tight, goes up high. That gives room for AJ Hamel and Andrew Hill to come underneath, and they're off to try and catch the next one. The next car up to is actually Peyton Johnson in the 85, currently running 10th. So AJ Hamel doing a pretty good job knocking some of this field down. Looks like we started the race with about 18 drivers tonight. Pretty big field for Oxford. Looks like we've got Rick Greenaway up in the booth with me. Rick, what's going on tonight?
What's going on, buddy? Wasn't having the race I wanted. The car was very loose. So instead of ruining the night for somebody else, I decided to park the car, come up here in the booth with you, and watch the race here at Oxford Plains.
Well, that's all I'm doing. I had to apologize because actually I didn't get in here until right around the Route 30 mark there. I was having some technical issues. They carried on for the first few laps that I was here, but everything seems to be up and running right now. Don't know, man. This is the first time I've been on the computer since that big storm.
Yeah, this is the first time I've been on since Saturday. I lost all internet, so they were in here today. Good old people at Charter fixing my internet, so that was good. Now that I'm back able to race again.
So I guess I got to catch myself up here. It looks like we've got some cars with some damage out there. We got looks like we had an early exit from Jerry West, who was several laps down. What happened in the first 30 laps or so? Was there a yellow? Was there a non-yellow? Just an accident? What was going on out there?
No, I caused the yellow. My car got loose. I ended up getting down on that curb there, and it shot me across the track. And so I got into it with a couple cars. I felt bad for that. That's not what I wanted, but that curb just sent me for a ride.
And it is apt to do that. Like, you hit that curb and you go out quick, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Speaking of out quick, AJ Hamel right now still up front, and Andrew Hill right behind him, really not gaining ground, not losing ground. Kind of both cars are pretty even. You got to think with some lap cars coming, Hill would probably be able to catch Hamel and try and knock Hamel off the pedestal. Hamel's been kind of sitting alone up here, waiting for somebody to beat him. And if he wins tonight, man, that's 5 weeks in a row.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put anything past Andrew Hill or Ryan Nolan. They know this track fairly well. I know Ryan's actually driven this track in real life, so I don't think this is a given for AJ tonight.
Well, Hill's got experience there too. Remember, he's on the pit crew of a team that happens to run at Oxford from time to time. So, yeah, he definitely knows the way around. Now it's just a matter of being patient, trying to bide his time, keeping the car straight, and trying to pick and choose his moments. There are moments on this track, and really you're just kind of waiting for somebody to get a little bit tight, push up a little bit, or in your case, like you bump that curb, get yourself a little sideways, and try and take advantage of it. I do want to remind everybody that's watching, in this series, we're only allowed to pit one time for tires. You can pick 2 tires or 4 tires or no tires at all, but it can only go up on the jacks 1 time. Otherwise, it's all fuel.
And that's definitely going to play out tonight. With you got 150 laps to this track. We're coming to about 75 to go, so that's about halfway. I'm going to be intrigued to see what we do end up with for pit strategy. If anybody's going to try to go to 150 without taking tires, if we have guys come in right about now, or if we have guys come in towards the end of the race so they have fresh tires to try to make that one last run.
Well, excuse me, 44 car goes around right in front of Ryan Nolan. That's causing the caution to come out, so we're going to be able to, well, we're going to see. It always comes down to this every time. Is it position, track position, or is it tires that are going to win the race? We're going to find out, because definitely these guys up front are having the opportunity to pit right now if they choose. And here they come. 14 car, 77 car coming down pit road. I believe they're all gonna. Now it's just a matter. 2 tires, 4 tires. We're gonna keep an eye out on the first 3 cars. That's the white car you see out there, the black car, and the 70 car. It's gonna be interesting. We have left side, so they're choosing 4 tires, the front runners. AJ Hamill gonna beat Hill off the line. Yeah, pace car lights are off, and looks like we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Pace car's in. AJ Hamill takes off. Jason Garrett on a pit strategy is in 3rd place right now on his inside. Justin McDuff. Justin really trying to hold on to that inside. That's definitely the preferred line here at Oxford. Andy Lambert trying to make something happen back there too. Don't think he was able to. No. Fluffy was able to get down in line, try and hold that position. So again, we have Hamill and Hill out front, and everybody else trying to pick up scraps.
That we do, Chris. And I'm watching some battles back here. 6th, 7th, 8th. We got Ryan Nolan, Brian Beach, and I believe it's going to be maybe Peyton Johnson in here. Nice scramble between 4 or 5 cars. So
yeah, it's gonna be a good battle, and those dirt piles. You know what? Those dirt piles do bring back memories. Like I said, I've been to this track a few times. I've seen a couple of 250s here, 3 or 4 actually, but I seem to remember some flagman out there kind of running for his life myself. So you're absolutely right. They're not there for the car or the driver. Or not necessarily the only reasons anyway. Anyway, back up front, AJ Hamill definitely, absolutely walking away from Hill right now. Those fresh tires really seem to be benefiting him. And Hill just just runs his line. He's running a very consistent line.
And that's why he's doing so well this year. Run, he runs some of the best lines I think you'll see, and makes it hard. It makes him hard to pass. So he might not be the fastest on the track, but because he runs such a consistent line, he's the hardest to pass on the track.
Well, you see 73 get into the back corner of Justin McDuff. Got a little squirrely, was able to save it. Andy Lambert thought about going to the outside, decided better of it. That's not where you want to be on this track, so he drops back in line, but he had an opportunity there for a second, did not take it.
And I find it funny, Chris, because in real life, you can actually run two, not really three wide, but you can definitely run two wide, and you can go on the outside and make a pass.
Oh, absolutely, you can. Yeah, there's no question about that. This is more than a single, and this is just, hey, you know, it's iRacing. When they scanned it, had something to do with it, I'm sure, but the tire model not 100%, and these cars aren't exactly the cars that we have show up there either. So, you know, all these things into consideration kind of makes sense. You see Justin Napier coming back on track if he visited the south parking lot. Looks like Andy in the 70 car, Andy Lambert, he's starting to run a slightly different line. He's more diamonding the track, entering in low, coming about center high, and then coming off the turn on the low side. So he's choosing a different line. Doesn't seem to be getting him any closer to Jason Garrett in the 73, but it may be saving his tires for a later run. We'll have to check back in on that one later.
Yeah, if he can conserve his tires and be able to, have a fresher tires towards the end of the race, that's going to benefit him. He's going to be able to push it a little bit harder towards the end.
Bug from State Farm checking in. Bug, it's been a while. Good to see you out there, bud. $98 laps of 150. Laps here do click off pretty darn quick. 16.7. Yeah, your leader, AJ Hamel, running a 16.6 last lap. So, of course, there we are. There's that commentator curse. We've seen that before. Back to yellow, and I kind of missed what happened, so we're going to have to back up and take a little peek. Gotta go back a little further.
Well, as I'm watching this, Chris, it's almost like it seems like it's a battle of two different lines between Andrew Hill and AJ. And I just think Andrew Hill got a better run in the corner than AJ did. And I don't know if he wasn't expecting to catch up to him so fast, but they just made contact coming out of the corner. And they both AJ got a little sideways, and Andrew just touched him and stopped. So I don't think there's much damage on either car, but it just looked like Andrew Hill has just got a better run in that corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take your word for it. Honestly, my woes are continuing here on this side, but back up front, Justin McDuff, really the big winner on that caution. He's up front now. Jason Garrett right behind him. Andy Lambert, not too shabby of a starting spot for him either. Going to be starting on the inside of the second row. Andy Lambert in third. Ryan Nolan up to fourth. Brian Rogers Jr. going to be starting 12th. And all of these cars have pit, so they're not going to be coming down anymore. This is it. And we're going to have, we'll figure about 44 more laps to go. Pace cars in, and green flag runs. Justin McDuff with a huge start. Jason Garrett able to come down in line. He's going to be second. Had a decent shot at a run there. Decided better of it. He was going to end up taking out McDuff, so he hit the brakes. Decided to stay in second for now, but he's putting the pressure on McDuff. Jason, Fluffy Garrett in that 73 car, putting the pressure on. Gets into the bumper a little bit, pushes him up out of the way. Jason Garrett around for the lead. Andy Lambert trying to take advantage. McDuff in the 20 car, able to get back down in line. Andy Lambert stuck in third. Jason Garrett, your leader.
I hate to say it, but that was a textbook bump and run, how it should be done. He didn't take him out, but he did move him out of his way. And I mean, I think that's how you do a textbook move on a short track like that.
Yeah, that's the kind of racing. Unfortunately, that short track, well, it's tough. I want to say unfortunately, but I don't, because that's also where the action is. Let's face it, if we're watching a live race, we're looking for bumpers.
And I mean, unfortunately, on a track like this, where you really have one groove, sometimes you just got to do that. But if you do it respectfully, and you don't, wreck the guy, you just kind of get in there so you push him up the track. It's a nice move.
Speaking of up the track, Justin McDuff having handling issues in that 20. He was pushing up in the corner, and Andy Lambert trying to take advantage, trying to get into second position. He's got it going into 3.
Andy's another person who knows this track fairly well, as he's visited it a couple times. So I think he can, as you can see, he's already up to second. Another person can have a solid run tonight.
Keep your eye on the third place car, the blue and green 87. Ryan Nolan has come from 5th, now 3rd. Ryan on a tear in that 87 car. Damage or no, that car's moving.
But the real beneficiary of this has been Fluffy, as he's opened himself up almost a 9/10 of a second lead over second place Andy Lambert. So as they're battling, Fluffy's able to pull away.
Yellow's out. Looks like Chris Mefford was down on speed. It may have been on him again. Not real sure. Not going to bother going back. It seems that my technical difficulties tonight don't like me to go backwards in time. So we're going to stay right up front. Keep an eye on that pink and... What is that? Pink and orange car?
Pink and black, actually.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
That'd be Fluffy's car you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be pink and black.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go with pink and a kind of a different color trunk lid and black on the sides. I'll go with that. That's what I'm seeing.
And the only reason why I know that is because I designed that car.
Okay.
It's pink and black. It's got the checkered flags down the side. It's actually got some silver. It's a Save the Tatas car, actually.
Well, that makes sense. It is breast cancer awareness. Well, no, it's not anymore. It's November. Oh my goodness, we've moved on to a new month.
Yeah, it's No Shave November now.
just some
And actually, I
breaking.
think, oh, what's that? Go ahead, bud.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to share some breaking news coming over my phone. There was a shooting tonight in Colorado. So um, if you're out that way, uh, be careful. Apparently, it happened in a Walmart, and no other details have been released so far.
And it's not even Black Friday.
Halloween. Halloween was cold, Bug. It was cold. It was about 44 degrees last night as I was walking the kids with the wife around development. But on the upside, the kids got me some pretty decent candy. I mean, they got themselves some pretty decent candy. Alright, pace car lights are off. We're getting set to do this one again. We're going to start on lap 120. We're going to have 31 laps to go. Can it stay under green? Are we going to have a real fight for first place? Are we going to have a fight for second place? Here we go. Fluffy Garrett hard on that accelerator. Man, he mashed that thing and off he goes. Ryan Nolan trying desperately to fight for second place. But Andy Lambert had a load of momentum coming at it too. Ryan and Andy fighting for second place. Beneficiary of that, Fluffy Garrett opening up a lead.
Ryan Nolan's able to move to second.
Ryan Nolan in second place. The gap to first, 1.266 seconds, and growing. Jason Garrett really running that 73 car hard. Hopefully not too hard to burn out his tires. But 25 laps to go, 24 when we cross the start-finish line. Bug, I think we're going to see something. We're going to see something out of these guys before the end of it. I don't believe it's done yet. Ooh, Andy Lambert had to climb into the binders for a second. That got the rear end of that car very unhappy. It squiggled, but he was able to hold on to that 70 car. Ooh, 44 not having the race he wants, and he's stuck up on the dirt. Right now, Garrett has a 2.366 second lead in the battle right now for second place. Ryan Nolan and Andy Lambert battling it out for second. The 87 and 70 car going at each other. Definitely have some timing issues right now. Oh, Lord. The technical difficulties just aren't ending tonight.
Yeah, I know how those are, buddy.
Right now, the lap down car, the 44, kind of in the way of the 87 from moving. That's jamming up the second and third place cars, the 87 and 70, trying to figure out a way around that 44 car. Meanwhile, the leader is out to a 2.4 second lead. Ten laps to go. And that's it. No one's around. Lambert's out. Kind of saw that one coming. Nolan was being held up a little bit by the lap down car. He was faster, and it was only a matter of time he got into the backside of the 44.
Yeah, definitely saw that coming.
Yeah, Bug, you're not wrong. It was a shame. That 87 car has looked better. I don't think there's a straight panel on that thing. But he is scored right now in second place. We better mention that the guy that's led the most laps, don't look now, but you know, he's kind of in fourth place again. AJ Hamel has made his way up to fourth, and the guy right behind him has been following him for, well, as long as I've been watching this race. That's going to be Andrew Hill. Andrew starting in sixth. I keep looking at that 87 car, and I don't know how it's going to handle, but it looks like it is dog tracking.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Cars are lined up 2 by 2. When we go green, it's going to be 4 to go. Mefford with a nice jump on the restart. Andy Lambert, he's able to follow him through. And yeah, that 87 car, ill handling. He gets out of the way. Very smart move. We are under caution again. That could be the race. I'm not sure what that caution was. But that is definitely going to be the race. Your winner tonight going to be the 73 car, Jason Garrett. Yeah, I agree with you, Bug. I don't know where that caution came from. I'm not sure who was involved, but man, what a shame. And that does it right there. Your winner tonight, Jason Fluffy Garrett in the 73 car. Andy Lambert coming home second. A.J. Hamill third. Brian Rogers Jr. fourth. Andrew Hill fifth. And we'll give you the rest of the results. Doug Wasaki coming home sixth in the number 45. Good run for him. Brian Beach in the 18, seventh. Peyton Johnson coming home on a nice top 10 in eighth. Justin Napier ninth. Al Smith Jr. 10th. And we've got Ryan Nolan. He was able to finish the race, but not where he wanted. 11th place for the 87 car. Wayne McDuff the third. In the 413, coming home 12th. Charles Widener 13th. Chris Mafford 14th. Justin McDuff 15th. JP, not the night he was looking for tonight. JP coming home 16th. Rick, you ended up 17th. And Jerry West 18th. We got guys blowing up. We got guys spinning out. We got guys parking on the dirt. Guys, that was awesome. It was a good race, and it was really fun. Bug, thanks for coming out. Thanks for talking with us. Really do appreciate that, man. It was fun to see you out there again. And that's it. We're going to call it a night here at Racing for a Cause TV. Tune in again next week. We're going to bring some more late model action. Don't forget, on Tuesday nights, the truck racing is going to be broadcasted on the OSR network by our friend Joe White. Monday night, usually broadcasted by Rick Greenaway over on his channel. So definitely got some racing going on, and we look forward to doing some more.
Actually, Chris, if everything goes right, I will actually be on this channel starting next week to do the race. For the
very
K&N.
good, very good. So keep an eye here on Racing for a Cause TV. Man, we're not shrinking, that's for sure. Good night, everybody.
Are we clear?